What's up, YouTube? Welcome to a double Masters draft here, the first one on our YouTube channel. My name is Ethan, also known as Lord Tupperware. Before we dive into this draft here, where I love when the art is just missing on these cards, just like to take a brief moment to let everyone know. So we're back here after doing our M21 days of content and taking a little break. We're back. We'll be releasing some more regularly scheduled videos here, and if you like what you see, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, click the subscribe button, leave a comment in the comment section. We do read all the comments, really appreciate all the engagement that we get here. So thank you. And now diving into this pack, our rares are not exciting. I don't think Aether's Sworn Canonist is very good. I don't think Magus of the Will is very good. This is just sort of Yawgmoth Will on a creature. Now moving on to the cards that I do think are good. Kuldoth of Flame Fiend is very powerful. 6 mana 4/4. When it ETBs, you can sack an artifact. If you do, it deals 4 damage, divided as you choose among any number of targets. That's going to be reserve number 1. And reserve number 2 is going to be one of the best commons, I think, in Ancestral Blade. So this is sort of a living weapon style artifact, though I do think this equipment is better than all 3 of the living weapons at common. Seeing one of them here in Sickle Slicer. So we're going to reserve Ancestral Blade. Now, these two can go in a deck together, a red-white equipment deck for sure, though I do think Kuldoth of Flame Fiend may be a little expensive for a deck like that. But we can also keep an eye out for a deck that I haven't drafted yet, which is white-green aggro, where Ancestral Blade is going to live quite nicely. And I also think Flame Fiend can go well in, a red-black deck, a red-blue deck. Probably less so in a red-green deck, but we shall see. So I'm going to start off with these two. All right, now moving on to the next pack, we've got some options here. Hidden Stockpile is a really powerful card in my opinion. I like black-white probably the best of the bunch. This being one of the signpost uncommons for the color pair, I think is really, really important. It's just really nice, can let you grind. There's a lot of tokeny stuff. I think that's going to be the card I reserve. Now, there are other options here. Reclamation Sage, very, very good, especially if you wanted to go down a green-red or green-white route. Selesnya Guildmage. But I think Reclamation Sage is probably, if we're going to take a green card, it should be Rec Sage. And then Glint Sleeve Artisan is just super powerful, really, really strong, especially in these white-based equipment decks. But I'm going to take the stockpile here. It's early enough. I think this card has the highest upside, that is going to be what I'm going to take here. All right, moving on to the next pack. A pretty significant dip in power, in my opinion. There's Clear Shot, which isn't the best in my estimation. I have not drafted a base green deck, really. I've only really drafted blue-green once, and it was pretty clunky, and I only ended up getting into green in pack 3 for Noble Hierarch. I think for me, it comes down to Direfleet Hoarder or Ichor Wellspring here. And I'm going to take the Wellspring. Wellspring goes really well with Flame Fiend. This is just a very, very strong card in this format. There's lots of ways to sacrifice artifacts or bounce artifacts or whatever. Lots of ways to get value from this. I'm eyeing this Ravenous Intruder as well, but I don't think I want to take it here over the Wellspring. My feeling is these kinds of things that care about artifacts, I mean, we already have one, are easier to come by than the actual good artifacts here. So we'll take the Wellspring. Now this is interesting. Adaptive Automaton enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. It is that type. Other creatures you control of the type get +1/+1. So with a card like Hidden Stockpile, that's a really tempting pick. Just choose Servo. And now these are 2/2s. That's pretty sweet. What are my other options? We got some equipment in Onaganata. I don't know how to pronounce that, but we'll give it a shot. Chatter the Squirrel, which I hear is important for the green-white go-wide deck, but I think I'd like to do other stuff. I think it's between Automaton and Thraben Inspector, which is also totally reasonable in the stockpile deck. But I like Automaton here. That seems like a good spot. I'm gonna take that one. Oh, all right. It's early enough that I'm really excited to take a card like Auriok Salvagers. Now, we don't have any 1-mana artifacts. We see one in the pack here in Pyrite Spellbomb. But this is definitely something that we're going to want to have. If we can find, are there any 1 CMC creatures that we could sack to stockpile and then return with Salvagers? I haven't gotten a chance to play with Salvagers yet. But I'm going to take it this early. I guess Welding Jar is a 0-mana artifact that we could use as that's a pretty sweet little combo. So we'll take Auriok Salvagers here. And now, not a ton for us. Could go try and go super deep with Time Sieve. Not sure I want to do that. An Accomplished Automaton. Get another servo here for our Adaptive Automaton. I think it's possible we could end up doing a green-white thing. I guess it's possible we could end up doing a blue-white aggro thing. Could take Silumgar Scavenger. I don't quite know what the pick is here. I guess just in case green is open. Green, white, go wide seems like the best. No, maybe we go like black, white, sacrifice and take the Scavenger. Not really sure what the correct pick is there. Ooh, we do get Naturalists. Maybe I was supposed to take the green card in the last pack just in case the Chatter of the Squirrel. So we get a Gleaming Barrier. Good with Stockpile, good to splash. Springleaf Drum. It's interesting if we wanted to splash. This does feel like a late Conclave Naturalists to me. So I think that's what I'm going to land on. But Gleaming Barrier has impressed me quite a bit here. I'm gonna take that, see what another Salvagers to really try and go deep. A Morkrut Banshee. I forgot that this card was in the format. So this is a 5 mana 4/4 when it ETBs. If a creature died, another creature gets -4/-4. Pretty sweet with Stockpile, but that's our only sack outlet. I actually kind of like just taking the Artisan here. It's between Artisan and Salvagers for me. And Artisan I know is going to be good because we've got Blade, Stockpile, and Automaton. I'm not quite sure if Salvagers is going to get there, so I'm going to do that. And now from our original pack, each player has cast a non-artifact spell this turn can't cast additional non-artifact spells. Yeah, I guess we can take the Canonist over, the Combat Tricks. Or actually, perhaps we're supposed to take Mishra's Factory if we end up. I like Canonist. Canonist could mess with some people too. Okay, we wield Fetid Heath. I like that. That opens up a potential just to splash Hidden Stockpile if we end up going white white X, white red. Still, Flame Fiend seems quite good to me, so I'll take that. Nothing here for us. I like Heartless Pillage out of the board. Could also just play it. Weapon Surge, Sylvan Might over the Gauntlets. Not looking like we're doing any sort of equipment. Well, we could do equipment. Equipment stuff seems, I guess, more likely than not. All right, take Sylvan Might. And another Gauntlets. So we know we're white. We could go in a number of different directions at the moment. So let's see what we got going on here. Some pretty sweet options. So Conjurer's Closet lets you flicker creatures. What do we got that we would want to flicker? Artisan and Naturalists and Flame Fiend so far. That seems like a sweet build around to me. As far as our second pick from the pack, I'm pretty tempted to just take Artisan here as another thing that's good with the Closet. It's good with a number of our cards, right? Closet, Automaton, Stockpile goes well with. I like Glass Dust Hulk, but blue is the one color we don't look like we're touching. I like something like Expedition Map or Pentad Prism to try and splash. But I think I like just taking a card in a color that we know we are, that's going to be good with the cards that we already have, and try and maximize this Closet. Now, if we're trying to go for Closet, white-green seems like the best because of Naturalists, but I can still see white-red. Problem with white-red is that it probably wants to be aggressive, so we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But those will be my picks. Now, a fairly straightforward Path to Exile. Nice, cheap, efficient removal for us. If Path were not here, there's another Wellspring that we don't have ways to mess with this yet, other than Flame Fiend. Glaze Fiend is a card I like quite a bit, especially if we're on the more aggressive route. We could just go strict black-white. Glaze Fiend, Defiant Salvager, Bone Picker, all nice cards in black. Revoke Existence, good removal in white, and Glass and Wellspring. So we definitely could wheel something here. So we'll take Path to Exile. Another Salvagers, which we currently, again, we don't have anything to get back. We've got Chalice, Cast Down, and Peace Strider. As well as something like Rapacious Dragon to go with our Conjurer's Closet. Keep getting some treasures. My current feeling Is it Chalice? Yes, it's something we can get back with Salvagers, but we don't have a reason to be like ramping or a reason that it would end up in the graveyard. I think I just like taking Cast Down here, leaning a bit heavier into black-white. It's a really good removal spell. Valor and Akros is also mildly interesting, but I think I'll just take the removal here. All right, now we get Oubliette, which is black-black, so I think it's going to be tough for us. This is definitely the best card in the pack for us. But black-black seems a little tough for me. I do kind of just want Hoarder. Hoarder goes nicely with Stockpile and enables splashes if that's what we want. There's also just Cathodian as a 3-mana 3/3. I don't think that's what we're in the market for either. It's probably a mistake not to take Oubliette here, so we'll just take that. And we'll start to clean up a little bit. Like cut the red, cut the green, cut the closet for now. I'm going to leave Salvagers out here just to remind myself that we have it. I'm just going to take more removal. Valor stance is really nice. Remember the Fallen looking pretty good at this point. But we'll just keep taking some good interaction. Creature count's pretty low at the moment. So we got another Naturalist, a Crusader of Odric. Crusader's pretty good here. I haven't drafted a deck like this yet. But Crusader seems good. It's the late Naturalists. Just checking out our sideboard if there's anything interesting here, but I don't think so. I think we should take Crusader. Remember, we can't, like, the Artisans go a little wide. Stockpile goes a little wide. Ooh, Thraben Inspector is a nice pickup. Throne of Geth. Sack an artifact, proliferate. Not much that we really want to proliferate, other than the Scavenger right now. I guess the Glint Sleeve Artisans could proliferate, but I think I'm basically always making a servo here. I'll take the Inspector. And another one, too. Seems decent. This is not a short... I don't know. This seems like a good-ish black-white deck to me right now. Not sure about this Canonist. We'll see. Wow, we get Glass Tusk Hulk and Direfleet Hoarder and Silumgar Scavenger on the wheel. Hulk, not quite castable. I think we're pretty set into black-white. Hoarder, good with Stockpile. We're not really splashing anything. I think another Scavenger is good. You know, we can sack these, like, sack servos from Artisan, and then we have, like, hasty 3/4 flyers. I think I'm into that more than taking Direfleet Hoarder. And I like Glaze Fiend a lot here. Got Treasure Makers from Inspector. Artisan making 1/1s. Strength of Arms versus Valor and Akros. Might try this Valor. We don't have any equipment. And now we can take a Hoarder. That's fine. And again, currently not excited about Wellspring. Just no real ways to sacrifice it. I'm not playing either of these. Probably less excited about Canonist. At least in the main deck. I'm going to cut Salvagers for now. We don't really have ways to mess with that. I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Wow, and look at these great opens. We get Cranial Plating and Mirrorsmith. Such great pickups for our deck. Now, I don't actually have a lot of artifacts that I'm casting with Mirrorsmith yet. Right, it's just Glaze Fiend. Actually, it's just Glaze Fiend, Blade, and Automaton at the moment. We can definitely get more. Well, so it's possible that Blade number 2 is just better for us. I could really see that being the case. Just feels like if we want to pick up artifacts as the pack progresses, we can. Now we have an incentive to do so. Mirrorsmith is also just sort of a like kill it on the spot kind of card. Yeah, I think I'm going to take that. Now, we also have options to wheel stuff like Crusader. Iron League Steed is very good in a deck like this, I think. Land in Abunas is cute. Artifacts you control of Hexproof. It's not really where I want to be at. And Dark Depths, there's both Thespian Stage and Vampire Hexmage. to combo with that. So I'm going to take Cranial Plating and Mirrorsmith. It's possible I'm just supposed to take Blade over Mirrorsmith, but I still think we can get there with some more artifacts in this pack. Yeah, so let's do that. Another stockpile. Hell yes. Another stockpile is great. Really happy with that. Yeah, I think Valor and Akros with stockpile is really good. Oh wait, that doesn't work how I want it to, because they come into play end of turn. Never mind. Derp. All right, stockpile that is. Now what say you? Now we get a. Now there's Bauble to go with Salvagers. That's cute, but we've got two better options here: Glaze Fiend and Glint Sleeve Artisan. I'm definitely going to take the Fiend here. Now again, Fiend is different with respect to like thinking about how. You know, we have to make some different picks for Mirrorsmith here. So Glaze Fiend actually makes Mirrorsmith better, but Glaze Fiend cares about artifacts ETBing, not being cast. So this is going to trigger off a lot more stuff like our Inspectors, like Dire Fleet Hoarder making a treasure, like Glint Sleeve Artisan making servos, etc. So I like taking the Fiend here. Probably don't want Valor at the moment. Master Splicer and Sanctum Gargoyle. Ooh, baby. I think it's got to be Master Splicer here. It's a little tough because it's just Gargoyle doesn't get back a lot for us. Like I said, not a lot of our stuff is an artifact. This is very close, but we don't have a lot of artifacts to get back. So I think Master Splicer is just going to be a little bit better for us. And a third Glaze Fiend feels good. Now we got, I think, a really flexible deck in terms of with double stockpile, but also triple Glaze Fiend. Like we've got options to be aggressive or defensive. Our removal is quite good. We have Path, Valorous Stance, and Cast Down, and Oubliette. Nothing here for us. I guess a Fortify, perhaps, but I doubt it. Let's see if anything has changed. I mean, Wellspring, I guess, now has some options, but again, I have no way to get rid of it. Yeah. I'm pretty happy about this deck. It's got power. It's got a lot of different axes that it can attack on. Automaton now could definitely name Illusion, not Servo, with the triple Glaze Fiend. We'll see how that goes. I do still really like double Scavenger at the top end. 4 Glaze Fiends. Holy cow. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Yeah, snapping that up here. Really got there with the Mirrorsmith, it feels like. 5 Glaze Fiends. Wowie. Wowie zowie. Definitely going to be Iron League Steed here. Another art, like just anything that's an artifact. This can bring 2 bodies to double trigger Glaze Fiend is awesome. Again, 2 bodies for Silumgar Scavenger off the top. Oh, Scavenger Sacrificing also triggers the stockpiles. Nice. Where is Familiar? Probably not going to make the cut for us. And we're currently at 25. I think this deck is low enough to the ground. Culling Deus. This creature sack outlet. We don't need that. We have that. I guess it's good with stockpile. Probably just a stamina here. Cheap trick. Costly Plunder. I don't think that's what the deck is about right now. The deck seems to be about beating down. I think that means... Oh, another Hoarder. Interesting. Hoarder's good with the stockpiles because it you sack and then you can get a treasure at instant speed to trigger the Glaze Fiends. Maybe we just cut Crusader, though it does look like we're going quite wide, but I think I like cutting Crusader. And still need one more cut. Maybe just a hoarder. Could be a scavenger too, as it's not like insane top end. Now I forgot about Conjurer's Closet. What is that? That's good with Splicer, with Steed, with the Artisans, with Inspectors. I do like that it, it's a 5-drop that can trigger the Glaze Fiends. It just feels like our deck is way faster than this card is gonna have any time for, Do we want Canonist now? How often are we double spelling with non-artifact spells? I think a fair amount. That seems like it's going to hinder us more than we can side this in against like probably green white. This is probably a good card to side in because they're likely to be low to the ground and have a lot of non-artifacts. But I think I like this. I think I like trying it like this. And we get Fetid Heath, which I think is going to be quite good in our deck. 8-7 seems decent. And we'll see you for the matches. All right, here we are for game number 1 with our black-white aggro deck. Nice little hand. Nothing on turn 3 to follow up the Glaze Fiend with. We'll see. It's also depending. No, I'm probably still just playing Glaze Fiend on 2. No reason to play Stockpile first. You can always play Stockpile on 2 or on 3. Vexing Shusher. This spell can't be countered. Target spell can't be countered. Sure, don't really care about that. Oh, what am I doing? Stop. There's the Fiend. Now we have our second Swamp here, so we can Oubliette on turn 3 if we want to, but my guess is we will not want to. Stinks that against green in particular, Oubliette can be blown up by Naturalists or Rex Sage, or I guess just those two. It's pretty good against other colors, though. Whisperer of the Wilds, alrighty. Nothing doing there. Just Stockpile here. Probably next turn Splicer. No attacks. Great little aggro deck we got going on here. Take 2 from the Shusher. Looks like opponent's stuck on mana here. Cathodian and no 4th land. Alright, so this is going to let us... I think we want to go Splicer first. Even though Iron League Steed would get 2 triggers on the Fiend here, the Master Splicer gives us the opportunity to have a 4/4 to hold the ground against the Cathodian and the Shusher. Be interesting to see if they choose to attack. Right, so to attack with that and not the Shusher, that makes me feel like it's +2/+2. It's the Sylvan Might, and I think I just take 3 here. Death Hood Cobra. Alrighty. Oh, Path to Exile is a great draw. So now we just Steed, split them up, attack for 4 in the air. Make a servo. Smash. And now we can hashtag get them if they want to make the Cathodian attack again. Though Path to Exile's ability for them to find their 4th land after they've been stuck is quite good, I still think we're in a good spot here to be able to block. Now it's also good if they're trying to Blood Rush too, but it feels like it's Sylvan Might. Oh, interesting. They have some way to use this mana? That's surprising. No? All right. I'm into it. Inspector. We'll crack the clue here. That'll trigger the stockpile for us. Oh, baby. Oh, interesting. So because of the way I tapped, I can't inspector and hold up path, which I think I would like to do. Yeah. So I'll attack here. Oh, they can go death. This is interesting. If they death touch plus reach, but they're not interested. They're not interested. See what's up here. Naturalists. And it is. See what they value blowing up. They're going to blow up the stockpile, and that is fine by me. It's fine by me. So what do we do here? Do I want to path something? Do I want to oubliette something? I think I'm interested in pathing the naturalists, which enables attacks next turn with our 2/2s, our 2/2 and our 4/4. So I'm going to do that. I don't want to oubliette. If I oubliette this and then they have a oubliette the naturalist and then they have like another naturalist or a Rex Sage, it's incredibly bad for me. Do this. Sack that. Glaze Fiend. I think I attack with everybody. Because, like, what do? You can eat a 1/1 and a 1/1 and then you're dead. So you've just got to make, like, responsible blocks here. Like, I think you have to chump trade. No, otherwise I just go to 1. You can trade, eat, and go to 1. I'm fine with that. You know, unfortunate to see something like Blasphemous Act or whatever here. Yeah, we just have to enact our game plan there. So that's going to get us a W for game number 1. Looking at sideboard against red-green. It's an interesting spot for the Canonist, I think. Even though, like, we saw how we liked double spelling quite a bit. But I'm interested to see if this is worth bringing in over something like the Hoarder. Yeah. Let's try that. This may do more harm than good. We'll see. Again, we have ways we can sacrifice it if it's hindering us, right? Double stockpile, double scavenger. So let's see how that goes. All right, game number 2 here. We will keep this on the draw. Unlikely that we will path something on turn 2, but just in case we want to. This is nice. We can go stockpile into Artisan into Automaton. Yeah, not interested in messing with that. Vexing Shusher. Yeah, we'll drop the Artisan here. So we never figured out why they made that weird bluff attack, right? With the 3/3. So now we have options of what we want to do. I'm gonna block the Cobra. Happy to take this trade. Skin Brand Goblin, sure. All right, Double Fiend does make me want to go Automaton Illusion. I can Fiend, and then I can leave the 1/1 back for Goblin. But we'll see. Perhaps it is better. Well, it means we can attack for 6 in the air. Perhaps it's better for Servo. We'll see. Ash Barons get cycled. Didn't see a splash, so yeah, they're just finding a second red source. Opponent's going to attack with the Shusher. We'll take 2. With stockpile, if this is an artifact... Yeah, I think what that's going to make me do is go... I think that's going to make me go Automaton, Name, Servo, Attack All. With the plan of, if they don't block... Always healed. But if they do block, I think I'm still just going to sacrifice Glaze Fiend here on instant. Or sorry, if they don't block, I'm going to sacrifice Glaze Fiend. So smash all. If they don't block, we're going to sack a Fiend. Top that. Beer me a 2/2. Because now the Glaze Fiends aren't great, but they're fine. And this is Naturalists. Blowing up stockpile? How rude. Blowing up Automaton. Okay. I guess I know that I want to draw it. Okay, that's fine. It's a bummer, but it's fine. I think this is again a spot where I'm gonna path the Naturalists. And I am definitely trading. And now we can Glint Sleeve, sack, or we can just Scavengers. I mean, I like just getting Scavengers going, but perhaps it's better to just Glint Sleeve. Gets me an attack for 3 this turn. Yeah, let's just do that. Sleeve, Fabricate. Attack. Get my scry on. Do I want that? It's a little slow. Feels like we can do better. I also think we're probably going to get another scry this turn, but we'll see. Another natty lists. All right, now they're going to take out stockpile for sure, right? Yes. So I won't be sacking anything. You want to attack? Don't. Didn't I bottom you? Again, it's 1 less damage, but it has the potential for more damage if we draw an artifact. So I think I do this. Just attack with the Fiend. Scavengers can be a nice surprise. It's also possible, I was just supposed to play this many, many turns ago, like turn 5. And just get it going. Interesting. Block, block. This feels bad to do without scavengers in play too. +2/+2 and trample is a real problem. I don't know what the 3 mana thing is. Invigorate. That's fine. Double strike trample, and I'm dead? No, not quite. Not quite dead. Just very nearly dead. Alrighty, so Scavenger, sack Glaze Fiend. Chump chump. And I don't know what I'm hoping for. Ancestral Blade, I guess. Oh, wow. You got another trick. Double Teamer Battle Rage. Okay, I see what you're trying to do. That's tough. We would not have gotten there. Okay. Double Naturalist is hard for me to deal with. Fortify. Gotta really think about the Valor Stance cast down Path to Exile to be nicely timed. Oubliette seems a little dicey, to be honest, against double Naturalists. Kind of like Heartless Pillage. Crusader's also kind of nice. Actually, let's do Crusader on the play. I think that's going to be a little better. Yes, I'll play first. Nice little hand here. You're a human cleric. You're a human, but we'll start with the Canonist here. Not that our opponent has been double spelling very much, but you know, in a turn like the one where they used 2 tricks, the Invigorate plus the Teamer Battle Rage. Double Stockpile is sweet. I wonder if that's what I'm supposed to lead on. Go like Stockpile, hope we hit a land. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to do that. Stockpile into... what's this? Chalice on 1. All right. Path. What a bummer. Yeah, let's do another Stockpile. And then we can like Canonist sack. But if we get stuck on lands here, we're just ripping the dream. Yeah, that's going to be real tough for us to come back from, unfortunately. Especially if they're on Naturalist here. I'm curious for them what they blow up if they're on Naturalists. I would assume a Stockpile. Just such a brutal card against our deck. Wow, blow up a Glaze Fiend. So you're saying there's a chance. Okay. I think I want a Canonist sack. Bottom. We just got to hit lands. We gotta be a little scared of Battle Rage here. I think I will just chump the 4/4, leave myself with 1. Try and engineer a turn where this path can do something. Another Naturalists. Yeah, also seeing both Naturalists like every game is really sad. And now we can't start to accrue any value with these stockpiles. So what to do here? Probably can't play around anything. We just Master Splicer, go for some kind of double block and get blown out hard. Maybe we can wait 1 turn. We can just chump one. Bullshock Gauntlets. Uh-huh. Oh boy. So now I'm on block, die to battle rage. No battle rage. That's good. I mean, we're now in a spot where we get to path the naturalists when they move the gauntlets. So we'll just play automaton and name servo. And we want to do it in response to the equip so it stays on the gauntlets. Phyrexian Metamorph. That's gross. All right. Do that then. Oof. Thought we could almost stabilize there, but let's see what they choose. Probably Splicer. Not sure how different of a game this would have been had we not gotten mana screwed, but it certainly didn't help. Yep, there's Splicer. Glint Sleeve Artisan off the top would be good. I guess we just take this from the Hierarch. Take 5. Gross. Yep. Must do. Fiend. I think I can make something work there. Let's sack that. Do I want this land? No, I want removal. I mean, I don't know what gets me out of this, honestly. Feels like I'm just biding my time until, or not treading water until they draw a battle rage. Yeah, I can't do anything about this. All right. GG's. Nice hand here as an opener. Lead off with the Inspector. Planes from the opponent. Okay. Attack for 1, play Hoarder. Black-white mirror. Attack both. Let's go stockpile, sack the Inspector. Try and find a land. Ooh, automaton. It's really hard to say no to that. Because I can sack Hoarder next turn and then use the treasure to cast it. I also just sack the clue. Let's see what's up here. Cathodian. Okay. That's right. I can just crack a clue here to draw. Get Valorous Stance. All right. No blocks. I might path whatever they play here. Peace Strider. No, I'm not pathing that. I can deal with that. Maybe. Maybe kind of, sort of. Land. Oubliette. Yeah, so we can sack the Hoarder. The options here. Just Oubliette the Peace Strider, attack for 4. Adaptive Automaton, though I think if I'm doing that, I want to sack Hoarder to get a treasure. But the treasure is a free stockpile trigger on the following turn. I think I'm just going to Oubliette the Strider and attack for 4. White can have Revoke Existence. I'm sure there's other cards that I'm not thinking of. Wow. Dark Jeskai. Take 3 from the Cathodian. Disciple of Bolus. That's cute. Sack the Cathodian, gain 3, draw 3. And have the 3 mana floating to... Ooh! Loopity loop. Very cute. Very, very, very cute. All right, there's Blade. Let me just sack the... Maybe Blade, sack the Hoarder. Topping that Automaton's looking pretty dumb here. I think we're going to sack the Hoarder here. Lets us hold up path. Get out of here. Gotta find lands. No attacks. Take 2 from the Gargoyle, but that's okay for now. Can't block the Disciple fast enough, though maybe they have a way to recur it. Five mana, 4 colors, 8 cards in hand. Gotta have something better to do than Cathodian, right? Holding up black-red. To get land number 4. I think I like Steed. +1/+1. Smash. Could also path this. Yes, Adaptive Automaton top is not looking good. All right, what's this? A Braid? That's fine. I'll get a 1/1. Okay. Double block Cathodian. Get another way to use this mana. That'd be pretty sick. No. Three, 2. Okay. Nice. So, what do we do? I think we Automaton, Servo. Attack, attack. Hope they block discard. They do not. All right, that's fine. Do I want to probably just sack one? Bottom? No. Yeah, let's bottom that. Block. Discard. Let's path. Not that Expedition Maybe it's basically the same thing, right? The discard map, and now we're giving him a land. Find a second plains. Still taking 2 from the gargoyle here. Let's see what's up. Sift? There are worse things than a sift, I would say. Discarding corridor monitor. Gleaming barrier. We can destroy that, but I see no reason to do so. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scavenger, sack a servo. Attack all. We get to hold up stance. We'll make it 2/2 end of turn. Take 2. Another gargoyle. Wow. Okay. Getting back Cathodian. Upkeep Scry here. Sack a servo. Grows the scavenger. Oh, wow. Can't cast it this turn, but I think I keep it on top. Equip to what? This servo and pass. We could also try and go for an attack here to just win. To like try and win it in a turn, but I think we gotta pump the brakes, which is unfortunate because our opponent has a huge card advantage on us. But we can protect the scavenger with the stance. Path the scavenger. Oh boy, do I not like that. Indestructible though, remember? Remember indestructible? Yeah. What can we do about that? Very, very little. Maybe they go for like a combat trick. No, we just take 4. Inspector. And the Sandstone Oracle. So lets them draw. I guess I can kill it in response, right? And now we sack on upkeep. Hope to find something. That ain't it. Glaze Fiend lets us chump. Play Scavenger. Can I sack something? No, right? Because I need... Well, I don't need to block that. I'd like to be able to block this, this, and this. So I think no. And then Fiend. Not dead yet. Think I might go for a walk. Attacking with the Cathodian. Doesn't seem great for me, so we're going to go block, block, block. We'll double block here in case they can kill the Automaton. We're still killing the Cathodian here. All right, Scavenger pumps up to a 4/5. Opponent's got to have a flyer here, right? Baleful Strix. Good God. Good God. That's some value. Sack the servo. See what we can find. Plains ain't it. Glint Sleeve Artisan. That ain't it, right? Man, if they hadn't drawn this, we could have... No, we still can't win. Be close. Put him to 1. Opponent got a little frisky there, but can't quite get it. All right, 4-color... Oof. 4-color Oofta. Stamina is interesting. Sanctum Gargoyles, huh? I'm going to keep it as is, I think. All right, unfortunately, had some technical difficulties here in game number 2. So we're going to record the replay here. We're going to start off with a nice little curve here of Thraben Inspector, Glaze Fiend, Oubliette, Iron League, Steed. It's actually a particularly interesting game, I think. So curve Inspector into the Fiend. Draw Direfleet Hoarder for the turn. It's a nice feature of MTGO that we can do this, you know, with Arena. If a game gets botched in the recording, it's just done for. But no artifacts to trigger the Fiend, so we just attack with the Inspector. Monitor is the play for our opponent. Iron League Steed. When we fabricate here, we get to trigger the Fiend twice, and then also attack with Inspector and Steed. So we get in for a total of 5. And opponent just re-racking the Peace Strider, and we will re-rack the Oubliette here. And now we're going to just have to go for it here. Oubliette, the Peace Strider, Valorous Stance, the Monitor, and attack for 6. Sanctum Gargoyle, getting back the Monitor, and we are just pumping the brakes, unfortunately. Plains is the draw, crack the Clue, draw into another land. And just electing to try and push damage here. Just saying, hey, Iron League Steed, we can get you dead and deal 4. And we draw Glaze Fiend and elect to hold it, trying to like double artifact so we can attack into a gargoyle. Another gargoyle valueless. And now we draw another Glaze Fiend, so now we can double Fiend and attack for 4, which is pretty nice. Sorry, I had a bit of a technical difficulty here, but we're back. We just drew Glaze Fiend into Glaze Fiend, held the first one, now dropped both at the same time. Forces them to... Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Look at this. Trash for treasure. Sacking Ichor Wellspring. Getting back Gargoyle. Getting back Wellspring. Opponent really doing it. Tumble Magnet. Okay. Yeah, I think we do this. Now, what happens if I attack all? They tap, right? They double block 1, they eat Direfleet Hoarder, they take 2, doesn't do very much. Okay. Stockpile's a nice draw. They may not see the sack Hoarder to get a treasure line. That Trash for Treasure was sweet. Haven't seen that yet. Double Tumble Magnet. My goodness. Well, there it is. So the great thing here is that, like, they have to tap, I think. Oh, they don't. They didn't tap. So now what? Smash all. They go block, block, block the Hoarder. If they don't block the Hoarder, they go to 1, right? I think we're still attack all. Just in case they miss it, but they're probably not. Like, it's very clear what we can do here. Oh. Perhaps not. Yeah, you gotta, well, yeah, if you gotta block a 1/1 here. Okay. Nope. That ain't it. Come on, don't see it. Oh, wow. We got there. Whew. Opponent's deck is wild. Wild. Double Tumble Magnet, you say? Tumble Magnet's really... Well, actually, Cranial Plating's interesting with Tumble Magnet because we can move it. Well, we unfortunately don't get to play Inspector on 1 with this hand currently, but it is a keep. Okay. Lead on Swamp. If we can draw a land, I'm pretty happy to Mirrorsmith into Glaze Fiend. See what opponent has. Get the Monitor, that's fine. If we don't draw a land, I think I'd rather Fiend. Yeah, definitely now want to just start the Fiend train. Hope that next turn we can like Fiend plus Inspector. Something like that. Attack in for 1. And nothing. Alright, so we'll just Fiend pre-combat. See what's up. Always healed. This felt like we've had some mana issues, so it's possible we're supposed to be running something like, I don't know, 7. Are we supposed to run 17 in this deck? Our curve is so low. Opponent, keep on keeping on with the Monitor. No mana troubles. Sanctum? Sift? Okay. Well, you're about to take 8. Does that mean we want a Mirrorsmith instead? No, right? I think we just want to Inspector here and deal 8. While there's no, like, Sanctum Gargoyles out. This is cute. They can get it back with Gargoyle if that's what they want to play. Now this gives us the option next turn of crack a clue, play a land, get to play Stockpile, and make a servo on end step. Revoke. Yeah, that's fine. Trash for treasure? Okay. So I think we'll spend... Oh, that's also good. I think we're going to crack a clue. Yeah. Okay. Trying to give ourselves outs there to draw land. But why would we draw lands with this deck? Next turn we can Blade and Path. Are you going to sack it here? I'd be impressed if you did. I guess if you have Sanctum Gargoyle, why not? Okay. Deck, please. Man. I gotta find lands. Okay. And now, what's the most important thing to do? Blade or Stockpile? Stockpile's probably the more important thing. And then we attack. Next turn. So this trades, that's fine. Next turn they're gonna like Sanctum Gargoyle back, something. Maybe if we draw a land, we can Mirrorsmith, Blade, make a mirror to double trigger the Fiend. Strix is mildly annoying. This is going to be Strix and Sanctum Gargoyle. Yes. Now we have a land. So, what's our best course of action? If I Mirrorsmith Blade, I can Mirrorsmith Blade attack. They just block with Strix. I can cast down Strix, Blade, equip, attack. I think I like that the best. Cast down Strix, Blade, equip, attack. Oh, I can attack with these two also. That'll make me a servo as well. Oh no, what's this? Galvanic Blast? Nothing, just chump. Chump is good for me. I believe a chump is good for me. They have 8 mana, so they can go Gargoyle, Gargoyle if they want. Just like slightly brutal. Gargoyle, Gargoyle Strix is pretty brutal. Very curious as to what's going on over there. All right, Cathodian. Not concerning to me currently. Engineered Explosives. Trash for Treasure, Cathodian, Get Back Gargoyle. Oh, and now they can still play? No. What? Getting back Cathodian so they can replay it? Double Trash for Treasure. Good going opponent. Okay, and? Okay. Now what? Now I can Scavenger, sacrifice, and hold up Path. Don't get to hold up stance, and we know they have their own path. Oh my God, the value loops here. All right, we get a servo. Nine mana now for the opponent. Hopefully they just are on like play the stupid 7 drop again, but I doubt that's it. I think we're looping gargoyles here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh dear. What could this be? All right, reshape, sack, get a 6 drop. Have 4 mana up. Interesting. Their clock is also kind of getting low, but I doubt that's going to end up mattering. When Shroom enters the battlefield, you may return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Their deck is wild and sweet. Look at all this recursion. Oh my goodness. Sanctum Gargoyle, get back Cathodian, replay Cathodian. Unbelievable. I'm trying to think if we can get the win next turn. So we're going to path and then leaving up planes for Path to Exile, which is very bad for me. So we're going to path the Gargoyle. And then we'll stance Shroom. Maybe I'm going to scry on upkeep. sack the Raven Inspector. Bottom. Only doing one here. Only one scry. And I believe we will stance. Destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. We're going to move the blade. We're going to attack for 5. We're going to play a land. Play a Mearsmith. I have to imagine they don't have Path. And if they did, they would have used it. So at least this is a good threat. And now we've got Gargoyle getting back Shroom, getting back what, Strix? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can we get cranial plating? That could win us the game here. I believe that actually does win us the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that would win us the game. Do I have? I don't think I have removal left for the Strix. Shall we sack now? Guess might as well. What does another stockpile do? I think I like that. Top that. Draw it. I don't know. I don't know if we can go wide enough at this point. Bottom. If they find Path, we're pretty screwed. Oh, there. This is the 7 mana 4/4. Humble Magnet. Still cranial plating does stuff. The Telemagnet tapping our flyer is bad. Then maybe we have to chump. I'm gonna wait till upkeep to sack. Bottom. I think we got to dig here. Sack. That's a card. So we top. Oh, plating. Pay. Are we dead in the air? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, because we can chump with the Fiend. They have to tap something here, right? They tap that. We do nothing. Get 2 1/1s. And now I mean, we're in a maybe okay spot. Just attacking with Shroom. I can't imagine I need to play around anything here and block. I mean, unless they have another revoke or something for the cranial plating, I think we can win. They tap the... Uh-oh. Oh, dear. What? Some red X kill spell? Don't like this at all. Stop, please. Another Oracle, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we win. Wow. I was not expecting that, but I'll take it. So I don't need to do anything, right? They have 3, 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 artifacts. Yeah, we win. Insane. Insane. Whew. All right, 1-1. All right, here we are for the last match here. We're going to be on the play. Nice little hand here. Cranial plating saved us in match 2 there. See if it can help us out here in match 3. For a deck that I thought was pretty powerful, we have been struggle bussing quite a bit. Go ahead and attack for 1. Probably, if we don't draw anything, we'll just equip to Inspector, attack for 3, and then crack the clue post-combat. Ooh. Well, last time we thought black-white was the mirror, but it was really black-white, blue-red. But this is nice. We get to Inspector and now equip. Smash for 4, and you just see how powerful this card is. So we'll see if, like I said, if we can eke out the 2-1, get our entry fee back. Cathodian, going to trigger the Glaze Fiend. And I will absolutely Splicer and then attack with the Inspector here. Oh my, Iron League Steed. That's interesting. I think we're still on Splicer. Attack for 5. Opponent can't trade fast enough, but I'm fine to trade my 1-drop that is going to draw me a card for your 3-drop. No, you want to go to 10. That's also fine too. Sure. Chalice on 1. Trigger the Fiend. And Chief. Nice. All right, they are pushing damage here with Fiend. So what can we do here? We can Glaze Fiend ourselves. And then we can attack with everybody. Or I guess still just with these two. Opponent just going to 4 here. Trading. And we can move the plating to Glaze Fiend to trade if we want. We can also just crack a clue on end step. But again, the power of this card is just absurd that now, like, we have 4 lethal attackers as long as we hold up double black and move the equipment. Yeah, Angel of the Dawn's not going to do it. That's just game. Yep. All right. Opponent sees it as well. Another black-white mirror. I don't think we really have. We just don't have a sideboard, really. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, here we are on the draw. I like our hand. I like our hand less against our opponent's deck because it seems like they're trying to do the same thing. But us winning the die roll in game 1 is nice. And then if we go to a game 3, we'll be on the play as well. Chromatic Star. Oh, they mulled to 5. That's brutal. My plan is to Glaze Fiend on 2 and then Blade Equip on 3. Defiant Salvager, sure. It's nice they can sack that and draw a card. Pretty decent for them. Oh, yeah, so now I'm going to just Inspector. I think still Blade. Always healed. Attack for 4. Spectre was a pretty sick draw there. Cathodian is fine. So double block the Salvager if we want. See what they do. Yeah, they're not into it. So I guess I'll start by cracking a clue. And just play Hoarder and pass. Angel of the Dawn, yeah. That is interesting. I think I'll take 8. I don't really want my creatures to die before. So I'm going to sack. What? I could sack. No. I think we would sack Inspector here. And hold. And then Scavenger next turn is pretty sweet. Scavenger and move Blade. It's kind of sweet. All right, opponent's off it. All right. Well, sorry for the little snafu there in round 2, but I'm glad we were able to save it because I thought that match was pretty sweet. And we got the 2-1 there. And thanks for watching. Catch you next time.